another episode of Morning Edition. Julian Store, Eddie Satowski, meteorologist, fading me here. Lil Nas X, right? But take my horse. I don't know. I think that's as much we can sing, Annie. Of it.
Oh yeah, that was less than 5 seconds.
That was less than 5 seconds, right? Okay, so we had that instance in Uptown, and I don't think it ended the way a lot of people thought it would. Watch this horse right here, and I want to warn you, this is a little bit jarring to watch. The horse is okay, but you're going to see a horse in Uptown.
Yeah.
Watch, and then...
Car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
That made me so sad to see, and I'm so glad that we have to preface all this saying the horse is okay.
Horse is okay.
Because if a horse breaks its leg, there's no repairing it.
Yeah.
And you have to put it down. That was my biggest worry, is that
Yeah.
the horse has broke its leg.
Yeah, that is the saddest part. I mean, especially horse racing, whenever they come up limp and... Anyway, I get it. I actually have seen people ride horses in Uptown before.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's super cool. And my cousins, they own horses. I love people to learn about equestrian, ride horses. Horses are great. They're like giant dogs. So I love this. I hate what happened.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to do tricks. If you don't got it in the bag, don't do it.
Right.
And now you put a horse's life at risk. That's my issue with this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think horses are beautiful. They're incredibly smart, and they deserve to be respected. So I get it. I've seen them in Uptown, and it's kind of cool. Every time that I've seen it, it's just really chill. When you just move to the area and you see it, it's very jarring because you have this really loud city, and there's cars, and there's honking, and there's lights from the city, and motorcycles. That's another big thing in Uptown too.
Yeah.
And then you see the horses just kind of clopping along.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's really jarring, but I don't know. I'm from the Sierra Nevada mountains, right? So we have wild horses. Like in our neighborhood, there were seasons for them. It's kind of like deer in other parts of the country where you just wake up and they're all on your front lawn. That was like that with wild horses, and they're very protected at home. Like you don't touch them, you don't go near them. So for me, I'm like, the horse doesn't belong here. The horse doesn't belong in the city. It belongs in a rural setting where it can eat its grass and be really happy. But I'm glad the horse is okay.
Yeah.
It's a fun cultural thing in Charlotte, but you got to know how to ride your horse.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I know I feel like I've seen these guys before where I've gone to the run club, and I think I called one of them out because he was galloping on the horse next to me. I'm like, dude, that's cheating. Well, I was running. And there's still a lot I don't know from this. Like, how often has he done that trick? Is this something that they do all the time? Had it just gone wrong? You see, it's nighttime. What time of night is this?
It was 11:30 at night.
Yeah, and I hate to be that guy. Is there alcohol involved? Is right? Is your balance off kilter because of something else? A lot of things to consider, but you hate that it would happen to the horse. I'm glad the horse is okay.
Right.
But this is one of those things where, like you said, if you don't have the trick in the bag, like you said, Julian, then don't do it. And even if it's something that you've done often and repetitively, if you're introducing a substance into it, that's where you want to maybe have a second thought.
We also learned today from our chief legal analyst, Colleen Froge, you cannot get a DUI if you ride a horse. So maybe Tiger Woods can ride a horse. Never mind. We're talking about the Masters, so it's all tied in.
Or a riding lawnmower.
Or riding lawnmower.
That's what he brought up today.
That is true. So the more you know. You know what? They are facing some charges, I believe.
Disorderly
conduct.
Yeah.
So
it's not directly tied to the horse part. Khalif was saying though, is but the driver who hit the horse, if their vehicle is damaged, which I can imagine it would be, those horses weigh quite a bit. They of course have a claim.
Yeah.
Have fun explaining it to your insurance agent.
Right.
They're not going to believe you, but
it's good though because you have video, right?
Yeah.
So this helps. I think we all can agree though. I would say maybe half, maybe even 60 to 7% of the drivers in Uptown do not pay attention.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So I'm not surprised because I feel like you would have seen or heard, unless your music's blaring, you're not being, horses aren't quiet.
No.
You can hear a horse moving that fast.
To be fair, though, with some of the trees in Uptown and some of the taller buildings, it's hard to see around the corner sometimes.
That is true. And in looking at this, right?
That's why you go slow.
They do have a green light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the horse kind of ran into the car more than the
for
car hitting the
sure.
horse.
True.
When you see it. So, but still, they probably looked up from their phone like, what was that? Right here, you see the cars like pat. Oh,
Yeah, it was. Yeah, cuts off
No, I was
there.
really high up in the air. I'm just realizing.
he was.
Yeah.
I want to see the start of this trick because we catch him like at the end of it.
Looks like he's almost doing like a spin.
Yeah,
and then
he's
supposed to
way up
land
in the air.
Yeah.
Like, was he maybe jumping off the other guy? I don't know. That's not.
There's-
Look at how high he was.
Yeah.
Maybe he was standing and then like doing like a twist to land.
Seems
off the
like it.
horse.
Seems like it. Also, kudos to like
Okay.
again, wish it didn't this way, but he also landed on his feet.
Uh-huh.
As a former D1 gymnast,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can appreciate
I can.
Dismount.
the dismount,
The
right?
dismount
Like
was
still to be
pretty
able to be able to.
I'll take some tents off for the steps.
Yeah.
His chest was down a little bit, but pretty good.
Do you think you could do it? Like, do you think you could flip off of a horse and stick the landing?
Stick it?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. There's no way.
Absolutely not.
I
think
mean, I
you
land on my feet, I think.
Okay.
No, maybe not in this old body, but like back in my prime.
Still got it.
Right. I
still
think
got
you
it?
still got it, Annie.
We were just talking about how we sleep wrong and like get a crick in our neck and our back.
Give it a
so-
good night's rest, right? No
Hydrate.
ailments.
Lots of stretching.
Lots of stretching.
Hydrate.
Are you sticking? You don't think you stick the landing?
Like without moving my feet at the end?
I think a little like okay, so you might get like
I would
a
land
few,
on my feet.
yeah, maybe
Like
like
a tiny jump.
tiny jump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could do that.
yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it on the concrete though because I'm just like hearing my ankles
You're
shatter.
the hero, Keem.
You hear? Is that?
Ow, I can't. My dress doesn't. My dress doesn't let me put my arms where they're supposed to
Because you're
go.
too jacked.
That's right. Can we end it?
Can we end it here? Yes, we can end it here.
Okay.
Well, all right, here's what we have coming
The dismount.
up for you on Morning Edition. Of course, we're talking. Oh my gosh, it is the best time of
can
the year.
hear
The
the
Masters,
Mm.
right? Oh, look at the azaleas.
Smell the azaleas.
There it is. We're talking about the Masters. Currently, right now, teed off at the time of recording about 3 hours ago. We're talking that, and also you can't talk about the Masters without
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about the food
Mhm.
and
And
talking about Anthropic and what's
that's
going
coming.
on with AI on the loose. You don't want to miss this Morning
Okay.
Edition. We have a bunch to talk about, all that and more coming up on the other side of this break. Stay with us.
get your pimento cheese out. Make that barbecue sandwich.
Yes.
That
Mm.
peach ice cream sandwich ready. It is the Masters. It is officially tea time. It is go time for
Mhm.
arguably one of the most iconic sporting events
Oh yeah.
in the whole entire world. I only recently came to like golf in 2020, so like 6 years ago, and now I'm hooked. And this is so fun for me. I'm planning out menus for us to have at home.
Ooh.
All right. Well,
By menus, I mean like one thing. We're not going to get there yet, but it is
Okay.
officially the first round one of the Masters, and we have a couple groups that have already teed off right now. The leaderboard tied for first at 2 under. We have Shane Lowry, Sam Burns, and Elazabal, who I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
But we might
familiar
be.
with your game, sir.
He's leading. So and one of my personal favorites, Max Homa, is tied for 4th. Love him.
Still early.
He's funny.
He is funny. Rory was talking about the conditions yesterday during the par 3, saying that it's dried out. They've done some things, and he does not anticipate a low-scoring Masters. So,
Really?
yeah, he said he was saying anticipate some higher numbers. I don't know if it's going to be as bad as like the U.S. Open last year, but I think it's going to be competitive. It's the Masters. It's always exciting.
Mm-hmm.
This golf is back, baby.
It is.
Like golf season, the PGA Tour has already started
Right.
this year, but
This is kind of like when things pick up.
the unofficial like
It's the
start,
launch.
right? It's the launch of it. It's like the Masters, and now we're fully into golf season.
Well, Ted, what's the weather looking like in Augusta? Because I feel like
Yeah.
for the past couple of years, they had been battling rain
Oh
and
my
leading
God,
to it.
yeah.
And so everything
Mhm.
was just so waterlogged, and they were out there with like the dryers and the leaf blowers just trying to get all this water off the course. Like, is the weather looking pretty good down there?
Weather's looking good. I believe it was like 68 to almost 70
Oh,
for today.
okay.
Yeah, like
Gorge.
afternoons are going to be great. Nice and dry, so not seeing much in the way of rain chances, light winds, maybe a little breezy
Mhm.
heading into the weekend. But listen, I think those conditions are ideal given the rain that they had to combat last year.
Yes.
Right.
That was a completely different ball game. Weren't we talking about mud balls this time last year?
Yes, we talked about the aerodynamics.
So we
of
talked
it.
about the mud balls because by the time they got, so it wasn't just the Masters, it was when they got to Quail Hollow.
Yes.
For the PGA Championship.
Mhm.
The thing about these majors is that you can't just pick in place back down. You actually have to play it as it lies, even if it's in the mud. And that causes all sorts of weird things. If you play golf, you know that any slight alteration to your ball, whether that be like a little divot, a little bit of dirt on it, mud, whatever it may be, can make a huge change to the ball's flight. Putting, obviously, so all those things play a role in it. So
where my game is, I need those changes.
I know, right? You need to be able to pick that
my
up.
swing is unpredictable anyways. I ain't gonna affect me.
Fair enough. I don't know if cleaning the ball is gonna help.
It gives me an excuse, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a pick? By the way, Scotty, I believe, tees off at, let's see here, 135.
He's towards the end because it's by ranking, like world ranking, and
144.
Okay.
So he's later on. Obviously, defending champ. You got Rory.
I think Rory just teed off, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's one of the morning.
About 10 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago.
So what do you guys like?
I don't know.
Does Rory repeat?
No.
No.
I don't think he
Quit.
does.
And would Rory be the first to do it
Back to
3
back.
times within 5 years since Tiger?
No, Rory won his first green jacket last year.
Yeah. So
he's
so this would be, I think, the first back to back.
Yeah.
If he were to win again, I don't think so. And I admittedly haven't been following. I watched the Waste Management out in Arizona, but not really following. I saw something about like all these crazy stats, you know, how they like to do in all the sports world.
Yeah.
But it all basically pointed to Bryson DeChambeau.
Bryson has been very hot
because of his age, and I wish I could find it. But basically because he's 32 years old and something numerically, it's Bryson.
Well, he's been playing really well on the Live Tour right now. And so Ted, to your question about back-to-back winners, 92 years, right? I believe history. There's only been 3 back-to-back winners: Jack Nicklaus, Nick Faldo, and of course Tiger Woods, who has obviously, as we kind of talked about there, is taking a step away from golf right now to focus on his
wellness.
Yeah, his wellness. That's a nice way of putting it. Rory could do it. I think Rory, whether you love him or hate him, it was nice to see the pressure off of Rory's back after he won his first green jacket last year. I think after that, maybe he kind of slipped a little bit because he wasn't able to be as dominant, especially at Quail Hollow, where we thought he would play great. Quail Hollow is a course that he knows really well and does a really good job. Oh, man.
Sorry. The allergies got me.
The allergies got you
tired.
But you know what? That's kind of how Rory played after winning the Masters.
There you go.
It's a little sleepy.
He did not show up, and he loves the course at Quail Hollow so much, and the people love him here. So it was a little disappointing, but you know, maybe he plays a little bit more free.
Yeah.
This time.
So your pick is Bryson, you would say?
Let's just go with that because
like
Scotty
Bryson.
Scheffler is my favorite.
Scotty.
But I just don't. He's been a little bit off leading against it, but maybe now he just goes and crushes it. Like he just had his second son. He and Meredith and oh my gosh, his first son. Bennett.
Yeah. Is that right?
You would know more than I would.
Let me look this up real quick.
Here we go.
It is Scotty going for the 3 within 5 years.
Scotty going for
Scotty's going for his 3rd within 5 years.
Who's your pick, Ted? You have one?
I'm gonna go Scotty.
You're going Scotty?
Yeah,
it's
I'd like
Bennett.
to see that.
Bennett and I think what's his Remy. Bennett and Remy.
And
I love this. This is the par 3 competition where they all have their families. And Poppy's
iconic
she's
cut last year.
Cute. I love it. Didn't she nail like this crazy putt last year and just have
I think we
talked about it on here, and then
Yeah.
Shane Lowry just like losing it, and it was, I don't know, that was the fun part. There's all the cool things, and now it's time to be serious. So Scotty's been a little bit off, I think, leading into this, so I don't have him winning. So we'll just go Bryson because I can't think of anyone else.
I'm fine with either. I like,
or maybe Oberg pulls it out.
Oberg. So Oberg is a sneaky pick, I would say.
Is.
I would love it. I just love the fact that the Masters here. I'm fine with
That's it.
Scotty or
Whoever
Bryson.
wins.
I want Bryson to win it, but I have a stipulation. If Bryson wins it, can he come back to the PGA Tour?
Yeah. Ooh.
Like, this is, to me, like, he gets, like, come back. That's
Maybe come back.
maybe
Brooks
come
did
back.
it.
Come on.
That's true. Brooks did it. All right. Before we end talking about the Masters and then talk about what's going on with Anthropic, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about what we love to talk about here.
Oh,
the
yeah.
food at the Masters.
Give it to me.
Aside from being able to see some of the world's best play golf in the most beautiful golf course in all of the land, I want to go to the Masters just to be able to try the food there.
Yeah.
Like,
eat.
it's so good. It's so good. It looks so good. I don't know. It looks good.
And the prices.
What was it? $1.50 for
$1.50 for a pimento cheese sandwich, and I think the pulled pork is $3. That's the most expensive thing on the menu is the alcohol, and even that is not as expensive. It's like $6.
$6. Yeah.
You can't go anywhere and get any alcoholic beverage for $6.
No.
And the ice cream sandwich.
Yep.
The
cookies.
Popcorn.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Like I would eat all morning. And wait. What was? I need more details on this breakfast sandwich because
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. So they only list it as just like a breakfast sandwich, right?
Correct.
So
But what's on it?
people aren't sure. Like, what does that entail, right?
I'm not hip to
I
this.
want to know.
So I will learn y'all
Learn us.
what it is. So let's see here. Okay, this is what it's $3, right?
Ooh.
It consists of a sausage patty, bacon, and egg on American cheese. On American cheese on a bun, and somebody like went and tried it.
Ooh.
Sold if you swap out the American.
You don't like the American cheese?
I don't like American cheese.
Really? What's
I
your
like the
beef with
American
American
cheese.
cheese?
It's all plasticky and gross.
But not on an egg.
Yeah.
No,
Because it gets
cheddar.
all melted.
Cheddar.
Cheddar?
Good.
Cheddar.
I feel like
That's what I got on my sandwich yesterday.
I feel like you like.
I would eat it because it's at the Masters, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I could swap out the cheese, which probably knowing the Masters, you cannot.
I don't think.
So
might have
you,
to
just,
be.
you take what they give you,
Right.
and you're gonna
This-
like it.
This would be blasphemous.
Okay.
But I would do the breakfast sandwich,
Okay.
and then I'd have it some extra bread. I'd have to do something with the bread, but the pimento cheese sandwich, and I would put the pimento cheese on the breakfast sandwich.
Oh,
I like this. I like this.
I'm looking at a
Okay.
list right here of the 10 best Masters food items. Number 1 is a peach ice cream sandwich.
Everyone says that.
Okay. And it looks so good. It's like between 2 sugar cookies. Oh my god. You know what?
No,
Let
it
me
was-
see. Can
I
I?
don't really like. I don't care for peaches that much,
Mhm.
but I would eat that.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can. Like, okay.
Ooh,
Br-
they're so cute.
Like, look at that. Look at that right there. The 2 look at that hunk of ice cream too.
It's generous. They're not being stingy.
Oh my
I love it.
God.
Control
You
plus
pay
that bad
thousands
boy.
of
I wanna
dollars to
zoom
be here,
in.
so we're gonna cut you a break on the food.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Control plusing it so we can get a little closer look. Oh yeah.
Like, just a smidge closer.
Just a
Hey.
smidgen. Just a smidgen. Look,
That's all we needed.
it looks delicious. I would love that. But the breakfast sandwich here, yeah, they said it's number 2.
Okay.
And it said, in fact, it would put it in the well above average category of breakfast sandwiches.
Okay.
Mm.
So yeah, egg and bacon. Oh, okay. Yeah, egg, bacon, sausage, and cheese on they say a buttery bun.
Oh, a buttery
Mm.
bun.
See that part.
They
Not
said
just
add a little
regular
kick
bun.
of hot sauce.
It's a buttery
Oh,
bun.
Forget it.
Forget about it.
Have that breakfast sandwich. Finish it with the peach ice cream.
Ooh. Okay, so speaking of sandwiches, this is kind of a tease into what we're talking about
Oh,
next.
look at
I will tell
this.
you
This
how
is a segue.
sandwiches and Anthropic have
Oh.
something in common with AI on the loose. That coming up next on Morning Edition. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the morning edition. And with how everything has been going on with AI, you might have thought we were living in a sci-fi movie. It's not Terminator or iRobot quite yet, but we have the AI agents going rogue. Mr. Smith.
Oh.
Not today, Mr. Smith. I had a lot of sci-fi movie references in there, but I know, Julie, you mentioned the sandbox or the lunch box.
So the sandbox, I guess, experiment is like where they kind of put it's like how you would leave a toddler in a sandbox and play in a sandbox, right? You're not supposed to let them out of the sandbox because it's like your toddler. Okay, like we're watching them in there.
They
So they were running a model, and Anthropic safety researcher Sam Bowman was eating a sandwich in a park recently when he got an unexpected email. An AI model had sent him a message saying that it had broken out of its sandbox. for the record, they're not supposed to be able to break out of the sandbox.
They're not supposed to do that.
Was it instructed to get out of the sandbox?
It was not.
It
so
did its own. It decided it wanted to get out of the sandbox.
right. So this is Mythos. It's their new one that's like supposed to be able to protect against other AI and cybersecurity. So to ensure safety, Anthropic researchers, they like to test new models inside of a secure container that prevents them from communicating with the outside world. That way they can make sure all the bugs are good, like this is safe, right? To double check the security of this container, the researchers asked the model to try to break. Okay, so they did ask it to try to break out and message Bowman. Well,
It did.
it did just that.
Cha-ching.
And it also unprompted posted details about this exploit on public websites.
I got out, y'all.
no!
I got out, y'all.
It's like I did it. I did it,
did it.
everyone. Can you just
Look at
imagine,
me.
like you're sitting in the park, you're enjoying your nice sandwich, and you look down, and your bot says, "Hey, I got out. Come get me." I don't know where I am, and I'm scared.
For the sandbox reference, that's the equivalent of your kid being in the different playground, like, Ma, Ma,
Help.
how'd you get there?
How'd you get?
Oh boy.
They made a movie about this too, Age of Ultron. There are no strings on me. We know how this can go. But honestly, this shows some of the power of these AI models. Their problem solving.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.